What is up, everyone? NightFury here from Tales of the Tome, going right back into it for Pokemon Academy Life Forever. Now, I've got to say, I'm really glad that so many people have been enjoying this series. I really like making it, and I'd honestly been a little apprehensive just because, some videos don't get a lot of views, but I'm glad this series has been, so I'm going to continue it. Now, since the series, or this demo I should say, does seem to be, for the most part, very similar to the previous demo, I am going to try to have things stick to being new scenes and the mechanics of the game so that you guys can get an idea of how it goes. I'm probably not going to go through every little thing just because I do want you guys to try it out and to support the creators so that we can get the full version of this game. Otherwise, the project might go down again, and I don't want to see that, and I'm sure some of you don't either. So go head over to Pokemon Visual's Twitter or their Discord, download the game for yourself, let them know what you want to see in the game, and help them to finish this project. Alright, so going right back into it. I believe it was something about... Okay, they're talking about electives, that's right. So, most students, from the sounds of it, take only 2 electives. Now, that might work for other students, but if I want to become a champion, I should probably swap between electives, depending on what kind of Pokemon I'm trying to raise. A large decision awaits us when we come back to our room, I believe. Handling that should be our first priority.
Great! I tell you what, Hiccup, I'm gonna pick the same electives as you. Then we'll be class buddies too. It'll be great.
I imagine if you two also get the same homeroom teacher. No. That's something I don't like. Sometimes in the dialogue boxes, the I, if it's capitalized, for some reason is a little too far from the other words, and it makes it difficult to read. Just a little nitpick. Imagine if you two also get the same homeroom teacher. Then you guys will look like a couple. I'm not sure how I should feel about that.
Oh, jokes, dude. I'm just messing. I haven't decided on which 2 electives yet, so if I do end up picking the same ones as you, it's totally by chance.
I know one of my choices will be fire, so if you also decide to choose fire, you'll at least have one familiar face there. I think I'll probably swap between electives.
Really? I heard that's, really tricky to do, though.
So have I. But almost all the champions that graduated from Kobukan did. I wouldn't be the first.
Huh. Well, I'm not going to tell you to stop. I was going to do the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, only downside is, I guess if we're both hopping between electives, we're probably not going to have too many classes together.
Well, when we do, we'll appreciate them even more.
Want to come with us and decide on electives, man?
I'll have to pass, boys. I already agreed to meet with Leaf later. Leaf?
One of her dorm mates. I met up with all of them before I actually got to our room. What were their names again?
You weren't listening?
No, I totally was. I'm just, so bad with names. Isn't that right, Eric?
It's Ethan. That's pretty inconsiderate of you to get my name so wrong, Brantham. Let's get back on topic, mate. What are your dorm mates' names? Well, there's me, then a girl from Unova named Hilda.
What? Hilda?
Personal space, please. Never mind. This is far worse.
Did you say Hilda? Answer me! Where are they? Hey man, back off!
Yeah, Hilda's her name. Do you know her?
Probably not. It's a common name. Never mind.
What an unpleasant man. Let him serve as a reminder of how not to react. Please, May, continue.
Well, after Hilda's a Colossian girl named Serena.
What?
Oh, what now?
Why did Shaggy go southern?
Oh, what now?
Please, describe her to me.
Well, she's got flawless skin, a massive chest, and really long legs.
Sunglasses. Does she have sunglasses?
Oh, yes. They kind of make her look like a hoot hoot. She laughed when I said that.
It cannot be. She's not meant to.
Calum? You good?
Yes, except for the sinking realization that I made the hardest decision of my life, or absolutely not.
Translation.
One often meets their destiny on the road to avoid it.
Calum, dude, like, none of us know what that means.
Oh boy, more girl voices. I am so bad at doing girl voices.
Excuse me, did you say Calum?
Well, she certainly fits the description May gave, vague as it was. With those sunglasses and that accent, I'm not even going to bother trying to do a Colossian accent, because I'm not sure if it's supposed to be British or French, but in either case, I'm not that great with accents, especially... Well, anyway, continuing on. Oh, hello, Serena. I had no idea you were enrolled here.
Same for me. I didn't think I'd find you here. So, since we've managed to find each other, are you busy?
Calum gestured towards me without a word.
Oh, and who might you be?
Me? Oh, I'm Hiccup, and, pretty girl. Don't know how to react. Be awkward. That's what Dad always... No, Dad did not say to do that. Ever. With those glasses, I bet people mistake you for a hoot-hoot. Calum and Serena are peering deeply into the fathoms of my soul. She's either crying or laughing. Ugh. I hope that was a good laugh.
That's actually the second time I've heard that today. It's true, isn't it? Would you believe me if I told you they were a present from my parents? Everyone thinks they're silly looking, but I think they're adorable.
You noticed You noticed what May said earlier, and you knew Serena would be fine with that joke, so this was fine. Still, do be aware some people would take offense at that. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't have said it if I knew it wouldn't be fine. Of course.
Oh my, look at the time. I have to get going. I'm going to run some errands with a few girls I met earlier today. But it's really great to see you here. Let's catch up later. Bye.
Sure, I'll see you around. And she's gone. And so apparently is everyone else. Hey, seriously, Calum, are you alright?
No, but I will be.
Alright, but, you know, I'm here to talk. Might need to get a lunch or two together, but, to get a better feel for each other, you know, but I am here.
Thank you for your concern. I assure you, my friendship does not normally involve such drama.
Friend of yours?
You could say that. We were neighbors, as you've doubtlessly gathered, though I was not made aware she would be enrolling here. I wonder why. Whoop, skip that. Since we're going to be dorm mates, we should exchange contact information. You know, in case we need to call each other if there's an emergency.
Oh yeah, good thinking. Just don't call me about your rat-a-tat every other day.
Alright, it appears that we've been ditched, so I'm going to resolve a few errands. I have some personal business to take care of at the registration office,
Something about my recommendation letters, if I remember correctly. I'm suspecting other students are probably there for other reasons, so I'd like to get there before it closes. Okay, cool. Need me to come with you? No, it's all right. I believe that androgynous student council member recommended we head to the lobby to mingle. Why didn't you head there? Who are you talking about? Androgynous? What? Okay. You never know what connections you might make. Oh, so it's really just about making contacts you can leverage later. You think so little of me? I'm not Hilbert, you know. No, I think forming bonds with other people is genuinely fun, regardless of what boons that may come with. Regardless of what boons they may come with. Relax. I know you're not like that. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Yes, give me a call if you need anything. Au revoir. Okay, so apparently they're supposed to be French accents. Great. I do not do French accents well. They end up being very stereotypical, so I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, time to find that lobby. Let's see. If I just start running in a random direction, then... Hey, did I give you that brochure for nothing? Use it, dummy. And great. Now there's two of them in my head. Fine, I'll use the brochure. Huh. This is actually super easy to follow. Maybe that girl had a point. Okay, lobby time. Let's go. Huh. Looks like most people are discussing the orientation. I imagine a lot of people are coordinating their type electives and figuring out their schedules. I don't see any of my dorm mates around here, but that's fine. I think I'd like to start a conversation with someone new anyway. Hiccup! Whoa, that guy has the right idea. Oh, I should have known. What the hell are you stalking me for? Wait, how'd you even get in here? Did you sneak in just to follow me around? That's creepy as hell. You better scram before I call security on your ass. Give me a break. I got an invitation just like you, Snotlout. You got an invitation? Yeah, last month. Actually, we thought it was yours at first, but... Bullshit! Let me see it. Sure, if it makes you feel better. But don't you dare even think about so much as folding it roughly. Hey, Earth to Snotlout. You happy now? This means... Then why didn't Gramps... That makes no sense. Why are you here? You're the last guy in the world that should be in here. And yet I am. Just as much as you are. So what does that say about you? You're such a waste of space. I can't even begin to imagine why Gramps recommended you. He must have just felt bad that you didn't have any friends. Psh, talking about this with you is a waste of time. Whatever happens, just quit holding me up and we won't have a problem. Got it? Hiccup. Now excuse... Smell ya, loser! That was utterly miserable. I'll just see if there's someone else to talk to. Then I'm out. Ah, yes, this guy. If I remember correctly, his voice was Palpatine. Pardon me. Oh, hey. On behalf of my classmate, I'd like to apologize for his disastrous conduct. What? You don't need to apologize for Snotlout. It's him, and only him, that's responsible for how he acts. Nevertheless, to have some of your first moments at this prestigious academy marred by that man's atrocious manners. It's fine, really. I know how to roll with the punches. Anyway, I appreciate your concern, but, how are you involved in this? You're a normal student, right? For now, I am to join the student council shortly, though. Oh yeah? Actually, that reminds me of a question I had. The school's got a one-year curriculum. How does the student council even work? How can there be one before the school year's even started?
It would be my pleasure to explain. Last year's students can elect to remain with the school after graduation. They take on a supervisory role for a number of months, ensuring the incoming class becomes acclimated. However, a month after the year begins, a new election is held to determine this year's student council. From there, the council votes internally to determine who their president will be.
Wow, so you only have a month to start up a campaign and get people to vote for you?
That's the sum of it, yes.
Well, what are your positions? Convince this voter. Oh, hang on a sec. Well, what are your positions? Convince this voter, is where we left off.
Oh, my positions, yes. Well, they are many.
You good?
Absolutely. My positions are thus. The introduction of co-ed dorms. Raises for non-academic staff. Repeal of the school's frankly absurd curfew. We are adults, after all. Furthermore, the benefits granted by tenure in this school allow for far too much creativity in how classes are run. On the other hand, the staff should absolutely be permitted to unionize. Even furthermore, financial aid ought to be dispersed towards those who need it most, not those who are well most connected. Finally, the number of highly suspicious stories about how this school decides admissions must be looked into, resolved, and if necessary, terminated.
Oh crap, this guy's intense. And I think he's looking into something that could easily cause some serious problems for me. That's pretty ambitious. Does the student council have the authority to do all that? A lot of it sounds like stuff the staff would need to handle themselves.
It certainly is. But what is politics if not wrestling with power from those who wish to hold it evermore? Regrettably, what I can promise is limited given the scope of my ambition, and many have overscoped themselves into an early grave. But I assure you, if you elect me, the student council, I'll never stop fighting for more egalitarian, just, and modernized Kobukan Academy. Oh, and also we'll put 5-ply toilet paper in the washrooms. That's a very popular request amongst a certain lobby, so yeah.
Well, you've got my vote. Who am I voting for?
Oh, of course. My name is Sharon of Aspertia City in Unova.
Sounds good. Hope you succeed.
I very much appreciate your support. Good day.
Well, he seems nice. I'm worried about what he might find out, though. But, given what he says he wants to do, surely he won't actually make enough progress to find anything out about me, right? Right? There's no way there's... Guys, come on. Alright, I still haven't unpacked my stuff yet, so I should probably run back to my room now. Ah! What in the heck? Hey, watch it!
What?
Don't worry me with that... What's with that dumbass look on your face? Are you deaf or just stupid? Don't just stand there and stare. At least admit you weren't paying attention, because clearly you weren't. I think this could go one of 3 ways. Positive, negative, or just kind of neutral.
I'm gonna go with...
I'm very sorry. I was kind of in a hurry and turned the corner too quickly. Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. It's fine. Just try not to run over any more girls on the way to wherever you're going. Yep, okay. tear my head off, then strut out without giving me your name. Nice. Groveling like that left a bad taste in my mouth. Groveling? All you said was sorry. Jeez, get over yourself. Seriously? Didn't I just see you? You're that guy that ran me over earlier. I hate guys who run me over. Whatever, I won't hold it against you. Well, introduce yourself. I'm Misty. I think we got off on the wrong foot. Let's start over. I'm Hiccup. It's nice to meet you. Hiccup? For real? What kind of a name is that? I stand corrected. I just mean I don't know of many people named that, is all. I'm not implying it's weird or anything. Honest. Go on. Keep digging. Ugh, why am I always so... You're gonna have to speak up a bit. You're starting to trail off on that last sentence. I didn't say anything. Shut up, baka! She's tenser than a coiled spring. I'm not sure if this conversation is even worth the minefield, but... Is that a cerulean outfit? I would recognize that anywhere. I recognize those clothes. Are you from Cerulean City by chance? Instantly, personality changed. You know Cerulean City? Sure, my mom and I used to go to their water parks all the time when I was a little kid. Though those Gyarados rides always scared the pants off me back then. Ah, no way. Where are you from? I'm from Pallet Town. It's not the most well-known place in Kanto, but I'm sure you've heard of it. What town? Pewter? No, Pallet Town. You know, the one with all the trees and the grass and the place that had the people next to it. Yeah, good times. Does any of this ring a bell? Nope. Sorry. Damn it, I was so close to a full conversation. Curse me and my humble upbringing. Anyway, I need to unpack my stuff. I shouldn't keep holding you up. Here, let me take your bags in for you to make up for earlier. Huh, these are awfully fancy bags. What does the name tag say? Something about a gym? Don't touch those! Oh, okay. Looks like you've got it. Cool. You inconsiderate pig-headed you! Don't go around touching a girl's things. I sense I've committed some sort of faux pas. I sense I've made a mistake of some kind. Question mark. Something is off. Maybe the lights. Looks like one of the games as a kid where I tried to spot the blah blah blah. Okay. We've been through this before in a previous version. His bag is missing. I've been drinking water, blah blah blah. And here it is. My bag is gone. What? The black and yellow one, right? Yes, I saw it too. Where was it last? Damn it, I need that. It's got pretty much everything except my clothes in it. Someone must have stolen it. I'll beat the asshole who's inside it. What? I know what I meant to say. Be calm. Only we five and the staff can get in here. We five. Wait a minute. Hit and Run isn't here. That's truly baffling. Not really. In any case, he might not be, but all his luggage is. It doesn't make sense for him to abscond with your backpack and leave all his stuff here at our mercy. Huh, that Roxanne chick. She said that all the hallways have security cameras, right? Yeah, that's right. Good thinking. I'm going to the security office right now. Am I right in assuming that none of us know where the security office is? Yeah, but if we pick a direction and just start running, we're bound to run into it eventually. Hell yeah! Leg day, here we go! Woo! That's not how geometry works. Whatever. Wait up! Oh, an uproar. What's going on here? I don't know. I was just minding my own business here, and then it's like a giant bug, except like it shocked me with some kind of taser. Like, what the hell, man? What? There was something skittering around the lobby a few minutes ago. Whenever it touched someone, it blasted them with some kind of electricity. What could that be? A galvantula or a charger bug? It couldn't have been a charger bug since it moved too fast. My money's on a galvantula, in which case I definitely intend to add it to my team. Huh, that's a pretty big coincidence. Coincidence my ass. What's my bag doing running around the lobby floor? Interesting. What did you say you packed in your bag again, Hiccup? I didn't pack a galvantula, I'll tell you that much. Whatever's going on, all I know is that I need that bag back. Which way did you say it went? Down the hallway. If you want to get your bag back, you should hurry. There's already a bunch of other students trying to catch it, and I'm sure security's on the way too. Oh, hell no! That's your bag, right, Hiccup? If you let those other guys get it before you, there's no telling what's going to happen to your stuff. I'm not entirely sure what's happening right now, but if something really weird is in your bag, aren't you going to be in huge trouble if they find out it's yours? Arguably, we'd be in more trouble for interfering in the operations of the school's security team. I'll pass here. Whatever you think we should do is probably best. Let security handle it? Heck no. Whatever it is, that's still my bag out there, and I want it back. The situation's gone a little crazy, but that's all the more reason why I have to take care of it myself. If you say so, I won't question your choice. So if you think this is for the best, then I'll follow along. Anyway, somebody has to make sure you don't do something silly. Hell yeah! That bag's yours, and we're not letting nobody touch it with their grubby hands. Yeah, lead the way, Hiccup. I'll be right behind you. Hold on, see. I assume that means me too. I can hear people yelling. We've got to be close. Hey, over there, I see your bag. It's really moving by itself. Obviously not. Whatever's inside it must be propelling its locomotion. Gee, I wonder what it could be. Hey, stop, that's mine. No way, I saw it first. Yeah, people are trying to grab it. And they get electrocuted. I wonder what's inside the bag. Okay, something's in my bag. Almost certainly an electric type. Fast, small, not powerful, but determined to do whatever it's doing. Not a rotom because my bag's not mechanical. It's staying on the ground so it can't fly or levitate. It's able to see where it's going, so its head must be low to the ground. It runs on all fours. Less than 20 inches long, based speed of, at this tilt, somewhere in the range of 80 to 100. And it could be a Pachirisu, or a Minun, or a Togedemaru, or even a... Watch out, kid! Can't dodge! It's not doing anything. Well, why don't we just open up and see what's happening here, huh? Hey, kid! Don't make any sudden movements! That thing's dangerous! Sure. This is completely unexpected! Nah, this is pretty much what happened in the previous game. You brought a Pikachu? You didn't mention that when I asked you what was in your bag. No, I left him with my mom, and how did you get here? Did you stow away in my suitcase? Pikachu. Didn't I tell you to stay with Mom? Does she even know you're here right now? What if I'd put you in the baggage hold? You could have frozen, you furry idiot. But I'm so happy to see you. You wanted to see me that badly, huh? How could I say no to you? Welcome back, Shockjaw. Alright, all's well that ends well. Except for one small problem. So, this is what's causing all the commotion, young man. Is that your Pokemon?
Yes, sir, he is.
Young man, allowing your Pokemon to freely roam the residence hall is one thing, but endangering the students and faculty in this hall? I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you and your Pokemon to come with me to the office. Pardon, sir, but I don't think that's very fair for Hiccup or his Pikachu. We can't blame him for being frightened by an unfamiliar environment. He was only trying to reach Hiccup before everyone here began to aggravate him.
Yeah, wait a sec. What's the big deal? Pikachu is just trying to find Hiccup like any Pokemon would its trainer. You guys were the ones chasing him around all over the place and freaking him out, so of course he's gonna shock some people. Yeah, Hiccup didn't even know his Pikachu was in his bag.
That being the case, isn't it sensible to assume the fault here lies somewhere else, perhaps closer to home?
Right, what kind of security team do you have here when someone can accidentally bring a whole ass Pikachu in here?
I see what you're doing, boys, but the rules are very clear here. I'll need to take this young man to the office, and if you interfere, I'll have to report you, too.
Report us? For what? Standing up for a friend?
Hey, guys, chill, don't worry. I'll figure something out. Don't get in trouble for me.
What?
That's better. Now, young man, come along and...
Pathetic.
Young man?
I live in the dormitory this bag came from. I was there before anyone else. I saw everything. Because I am the shadows that lurk in the darkness. What I saw was pathetic. Security team? Don't make me laugh. You and your band of incompetents couldn't secure pizza. When was the last time any of you passed a physical? And your communication? Laughable. I heard you arguing over which code this was for 5 minutes. You're direly lucky that this was just a Pikachu. If it was anything bigger, people could have died. Would that make you realize how unqualified you are to keep anyone safe? Or will you just quit now? Because the Batman's not going to take any of your bullcrap. Get out of my sight. Dude, was Hitcher actually going easy on us before?
If it makes you feel any better, sir, I don't think you did that bad of a job. Wait, where'd he go? Ran off that way, crying, I believe. Well, I guess we should start heading back to our room. It's getting close to curfew, and Sharon hasn't become president yet, so...
Who?
Oh, he's great. He's this guy who's running for student council, and... Then he said it was like a big sports play, which was really weird because it's like... Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. When he decided to follow you, I just couldn't bring myself to stop him. I meant to call you, but I don't think airplanes get reception when they're in the air.
And what about after I landed?
Well, by the time I remembered, I figured you could have already found him. In fact, I was more surprised that you didn't call me first.
Mom, you're lucky my roommates were there to cover for me. I would have been in big trouble.
Oh, how is your roommate? Is he a nice boy? Where is he from? What does he look like? What's his major?
Well, actually, I have 4 of them, but the one who covered for me was called Hilbert. He's a character. Anyway, I'll tell you about it tomorrow, Mom. I still have some stuff to sort out before heading to bed. Getting ready for the first day of classes on Monday and all that.
Oh, of course. Good night, my beloved champion. Talk to you tomorrow. So, hey, Hiccup. Hiccup and I are going to be swapping between electives. But what about you guys? Where will you be?
Grass and ground for me. I've got lots of experience with those back home and hoeing. Oh, and May forced me into taking a bug class with her. That kind of freaked me out, but she's like, she likes them, so, you know. Fighting, flying, and fairy are my preferences. I may dabble in another elective or two for variety, but I imagine I'm largely set.
I was asking you too, Hutchinson.
It's Hilbert. And I'll be in Steel, Ice, and Ghost.
Of course he will. What an edgelord!
It's nothing like that. Ice is the most powerful offensive type, and Steel is the most powerful defensive type. Choosing those two is just logical, and Ghost covers their fighting weaknesses. I don't need to explain myself to you. The Batman don't need to explain nothing to nobody. Is that true? Are Ice and Steel the best types? That depends on what you're looking for. Certainly, Steel types are known for their high defenses, and Ice types are known for their strong elemental advantages. But Grass and Ground types can do many things that are the average Steel type or Ice typically entirely lacks.
What he's saying is, don't worry about it. No matter what you pick, you can't screw your education up too badly.
As long as you restrict yourself to 2 or 3 types, that is, it's certainly possible to screw yourself over by spreading yourself too thinly.
Yeah. Haha, I know that. Don't worry, I've got plans.
So do I. My plan right now, though, is to go to sleep. You ready for bed, Shockjaw? You're not going to put him in his Pokeball? No? Why? Well, where do you usually put him before you go to bed? Right here with me. Is that weird? No, I suppose not. I think it's weird, but if you don't get shocked, then I guess it's fine.
It's not weird. My Pichu back home does the exact same thing. If I ever try to put him in his Pokeball when I go to sleep, I'll wake up with him on my face at 4 in the morning.
Huh, maybe I'm the weird one then. Whatever, I'm gonna hit the hay, dudes. Not Hiccup, Kalen, Ethan, Hilbert, and Shockjaw. Yes, good night, all.
See y'all tomorrow.
Good night, guys. Let's get some sleep, Shockjaw. We've got plenty of things to do this weekend before classes start. I'll admit, I'm a little scared that if I go to sleep now, I'll wake up and realize that getting into Kobukan, which was always my dream, was just that, a dream. But now it's real. My subconscious isn't clever enough to have Shockjaw hitch a ride to Kobukan in my luggage. Even my wildest fantasies of getting into Kobukan didn't have that. I'm glad he's here, but we really need to work on his patience. And here comes what I think is the opening sequence. So, and there's my main man, who's been getting this project going again. Congratulations, my man. Congrats. Alright, I'm going to end this particular episode here. Going to keep going and start doing the classes. I will try to keep this parsed down as best I can to the mechanics and new storylines that haven't been seen in previous updates. But yeah, I'm going to keep this project going. Let me know if you like this down in the comments. Leave a comment for which classes or Pokemon types are your favorite, because that's what I'm going to be picking in the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll continue this series a little later. Remember to like and or subscribe, and that, as they say, is that.